All right, guys, here we go. The Forever Ark series has officially moved over to Valguero Ascended. And guys, I am so freaking excited to be over here. But of course, well, we ran into some issues transferring over. Now, guys, threw a couple things in the obelisks, uploaded my character, and the game crashed. And ultimately, we ended up losing our character, which is incredibly frustrating, guys. It's, you know, it's kind of one of those weird things that I'm sitting here going like, okay, is it me? Like, do I just have incredibly bad luck? Is it my timing? Should I be transferring over to these new maps a little bit later once they get all the bugs and stuff out? Is it the game? Because the game's not technically out of alpha stage yet. I don't know. But guys, let me introduce you to our brand new character. Our brand new character is, of course, Sean. Because, guys, if you don't know it by now, how's it going, guys? I'm Sean, and I am an ARKaholic. Now, guys, I don't want the beginning of this episode to be all doom and gloom. I am really excited to be over here. I'm really excited, again, to be making yet another start here. Hopefully, third time's a charm with us, of course. But I do want to mention a couple of changes that I've made, because ultimately, I do think I'm doing something wrong here at the end of the day, although people probably will say, no, it has to do with the game, and maybe it does have to do with the game, but I am trying to go ahead and change my controllables, if you will, right? The Forever Ark series has had a lot of mods in it. I believe we had about 20 to 25 different mods running in the background, and I do think, although it might have not caused the issue, it may have something to do with it. So I've went ahead and reduced the amount of mods in this series at this point. So, give you guys an idea, I believe we are currently now running 8 total mods. None of them are dino mods, so no more paleo mod, no more Styracosaurus, Stygimoloch, or Europasaurus mod. I did also get rid of visual storage because although we've had issues with visual storage in the past, now I don't think that is the main culprit, but I thought I'd just go ahead and play it safe because let's be honest, we haven't really been using the visual storage mod. The 8 total mods that we currently have running right now, I'll see if I can remember them from the top of my head. We have the Cyrus backpack mod, of course, one of my favorites. I don't think that's the one causing the issue. We also have the Cyrus lively HUD mod, which is the one that you see on the right-hand side where it's nice and all colorful and everything. Personally, that's one of those that I will have on every series in my opinion. We do also have the better breeding mod on here. We do also have the vanilla with sprinkles mod on here. We do have the Dino Depot mod on here. That's a fairly new mod that we've added, and I don't think that one's causing the issues either. We have the Marnie's hairstyle mod, which is, of course, how we were able to get my character with this pretty sweet looking look right here. Honestly, it was one of those things that I'm like, you know what, at this point, because we've had issues, I'm going to treat myself and give myself a nice new hairdo right at the beginning of this one. So that's where that comes from. We also have the change gender potion mod, I believe, on here, and I believe I'm forgetting one. Maybe I'll remember at some point, but that being said, guys, another thing I've done is I've changed XP. Normally, I do a stacking XP where we kind of go from 0.25 up to 0.5, up to 0.75, up to 1. I've changed it, guys. We are sticking at 1.0 for now on because you know how much work it is to get myself all the way back up to level 70 and then have this happen again. Hopefully it doesn't happen again, but if it does happen again, at least we're going to get to level 70 a little bit quicker than usual. So right now we are working at 1.0 official XP, which is how we've gotten 2 levels already, if I'm going to be honest. Let's see. Oh, the upgrade station. That was the last mod. Completely forgot about that one. But yeah, upgrade station has also made a comeback here. I think a lot of these are going to be more quality of life mods specifically, and I'm really hoping that we have potentially solved issues, let's put it that way. But if we haven't and we keep having these issues and it is mod related, at least at this point we can kind of figure out, okay, which mod is causing it. We have like a smaller sample size at this point, but not all doom and gloom, like I said, guys, because we have spawned in the Small Islands area. Now, the Small Islands area is really awesome because, well, we have a castle over there. And it's really, really cool. Brand new to ASA. We did not have this in ASC. It's that guy right over there. Pretty cool spot to start out, but I've actually found another spot, which was in the trailer, and I'm really, really excited that it's over here because I think this is where we're going to make our start. And it is right over here, guys, right near the waterfall. We have our very own hobbit hole. Yes. Kind of crazy because honestly, I never thought that Valguero, and maybe it was this way back on ASE. I never kind of thought that Lord of the Rings and Valguero were kind of affiliated with each other. But let's go ahead and take a look at this hobbit hole because you get a decent amount of space to work with, not gonna lie. Now, I did figure this out during my first impressions video that I did here on Valguero. I did figure out that a lot of these structures and stuff, you do have to put foundations down in order for things to snap to them. So a bit of a missed opportunity by the devs there, if I'm going to be honest, but we have a lot of space to work with and we are nice and safe here underground. So I'll be honest, guys, not a huge Lord of the Rings fan. It's been a very long time since I've watched them, but still pretty cool. Still pretty unique that this will be our original home here on Valguero Ascended. Really excited to get started with this one, guys. Now, a couple things I want to get done today specifically. First thing I want to do is kind of start organizing my inventory here because weight is going to be a pretty big issue with us straight away. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to start kind of putting some berries here because we don't really have any food right now. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to kind of just load up the berries here. I'll also go ahead and put the narco berries down here because why the heck not? And then when we need to eat, we'll just quickly consume. And let's get rid of that. We'll keep that. We'll keep the raw. Now we'll get rid of the raw carrots. That's okay. And we'll get rid of that. So can I go ahead and make my first tool? I can. And that is going to be in the form of the stone pick. Now, what do we need for the hatchet? We're going to need a little bit of thatch and a little bit of flint. Okay, that should be relatively easy for us. Now, everybody has their preferences. I like to put my hatchet in the first spot. I like to put my pick in the second spot. I know a lot of people put the pick in the first spot because it's the first tool you get. Tomato, whatever the heck you want. I don't really care. This is just what works for me. Long story short, let's go ahead and get some resources here. And these river rocks are going to be really important for us because this is how we're going to get our early game metal. Like I said, I would love to get to level 16 today because that will give us the form of the raft. And then at that point, we can go exploring. We can get ourselves some crystal, get ourselves some more metal. And maybe by episode 2, fingers crossed, we'll be in the metal tier. So we can go ahead and get ourselves all fully metaled up, which would be really, really nice. Definitely a breath of fresh air, especially being on 1.0. It seems like the levels are kind of just flying in when we're not really doing a lot of stuff, let's be honest. But yeah, I don't know how official players do it. Again, with doing a staggered XP for as long as I have, yeah, it just seems a little fast, but hey, play the game the way you want to, right? But let's go ahead. Let's get a little bit of that. See another one over here. If you guys have watched me for a while, you know that I don't like to hit the trees and stuff around my buildings and around my bases. I like to keep the PvE aspects, so I think I'm going to be going for a lot of these dead trees or felled trees, I think is technically the name. Trees that have fallen. But yeah, we're going to stick with that. So let's see how many of these I can make straight away. I can make 5. I'm going to need a little more wood in order to make all 10. So let's see if we can find another tree around here while apparently we get a level. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, there's another one right here. Now, by the way, if you guys are interested, there are a total of 3 hobbit holes. We have one here. We have ours, which is going to be right over there. And then there's a third one over in that direction. Now, interestingly enough, this one you cannot get into. And guys, I did go into ghost mode. I did check this out. There's nothing there. There's no secret. There's no nothing. It's just the end of the world. It's just underground. But yeah, it is kind of interesting that out of having 3 hobbit holes, we only have access to 2. I found that kind of interesting. I was wondering, like, I don't know, maybe there's some lore behind there or something. You know, maybe they added something that they probably aren't allowed to show, but, you know, they kind of wanted to have a little fun with the map. I don't know. But anyways, Let's make a total of 10 of those, and let's see if we can get some armor started here. So we're going to go ahead and make one of those. We're going to make one of those, and we're going to make one of those. Now, in order to make these, we're going to have to kill a couple things because we do need hide. Let's go ahead, put that point into weight. If you guys have watched me for a while, you know I like to go ahead and put a lot of points into weight straight at the start here. That's just the way that I do it, so we're able to move around. But yeah, again, everybody kind of has their preferences. Let's go ahead and eat this. And I think we're going to go ahead and eat these berries too. Stim berries we'll hold on to. I think we'll just kind of put them in this slot here. We'll just eat these straight away also. This might actually get us another level. Just kind of crazy. All right, so we didn't get the other level, but that's okay. What am I looking to do here? I am looking to go to emotes, and I'm looking to hide the hat. Perfect. Okay, so first kill of the series. What do we want to go for? Now, you know what? I actually prefer third person. Is that a baby pteranodon? Oh, that is so cool. Oh my god, they actually take flight too? Oh, that is so cool. That is so... Wait, what the heck is that? Oh, no, those are pteranodons. Okay, for a second, I thought that was a wyvern. Look at the baby pteranodons flying around. Yeah, that is one of the things that they added with the Valguero Ascended map is we now have baby flyers. Absolutely awesome. By the way, what is that? Oh my god, a little baby Yankee. I love seeing the baby dinos, honestly. It just adds a lot more life into the map. And the fact that, oh, we got a Carno over here. You know what? If it picks a fight with a Parasaur and all these Parasaurs kind of go in for it. By the way, that's a level, 25 baby Parasaur. You know what? I wonder if you're the first one we should go for. Because you know what? You're going to attack me. And maybe I can kill you before you kill me. There we go. All right, first kill of the series, unfortunately, is a Parasaur, but gonna get a lot of high from this, so definitely worth it at the end of the day. I am gonna go ahead and go after you too if I can. Don't really see us holding a level 25 Parasaur anytime soon. There we go. All right, got some hide, also got some prime meat. Now I definitely want to go in this direction real quick because got a Carno around here. Might not want to have to deal with that. What do I need for this? I need fiber. Okay. We're back in the fiber game here. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate being in this area, though, because if we do have a threat like this Carno here, it's just going to kind of wreak havoc. There's nothing really here except for the Ankies that could potentially stop it. So we definitely got to keep that in mind. You know, the Carno is starting to bleed. I don't know what level it is, though, and we don't have a spyglass. So we're going to see if we can get ourselves just a little bit further, get closer to the Sankey here. But we can get a lot of meat if this Sankey actually pulls this off. You know what? This Sankey's going to get pretty close. Yeah, there we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, the two Ankies are going to take it on. They're definitely taking this Carno out. We're going to hang out here. Come on. Come on, Ankies. Take care of them. Yeah, 2-on-1 here. Perfect. Oh, perfect. Go for... Yes. Nice job, Ankies. All right, I'm going to wait this out, though. Definitely want to get this hide, but I don't want to hit the Ankies in the meantime. So let's see what we can do. We have ourselves another level yet again. It's so crazy how quickly you level up, honestly. But let's see. I definitely want to make you... Did we not make this stuff yet? No, we didn't. Okay. I definitely want to make you. I definitely want to make you. And I definitely want to make you. Let's make a storage box. All right. Now. Unfortunately, you don't have any stuff inside of you, but that's okay. Got another level. Oh my gosh. All right, perfect. Now, what level is this Anki, by the way? This is a level 100. Now, I could technically kill you if I want. You would give me chitin. What can I use for chitin right now? I could eventually make cementing paste with that. But I would end up dying because there's 2 Ankies. You know what? Screw it. Let's go for it. Oh, I hit the Phiomia too. Oh god, now we're gonna get attacked. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, we're done. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it might have not been the smartest thing going up against the Anki, but you know what? I thought, maybe we'll be able to pull it off. No big deal. All right, well, we're a little further down the beach here. First death of the series, death by Anki. Definitely did not see that coming, but I'm kind of curious. Are the Phiomia and the Anki going to fight now? Because the Anki probably swung at me and hit the Phiomia too. Huh. Let's see. You know what? This might have actually been a good thing. But yeah, we'll see once we get over there. But this area is relatively nice and calm, which is nice. I mean, obviously, clearly we had an Anki attack. We also had... Nah, okay, they're not doing anything to each other. Okay. Kind of assumed, but that's okay. Let's see here. Okay, well, there's my spear. There's my stuff. Come on. Give me access to my stuff. There we go. All right, got a little bit of... Let's get rid of that death if we can. There we go. Cool. Don't need that showing up. And we got a level somehow. All right, there we go. All right, let's throw out the implant. Now, the next thing I want to do is let's make a couple of these. We need stone. Okay. Cool. Like I said, I would like to get to episode. Oh my god. I would like to get to level 16 by the end of this one. Not entirely sure if that's going to be done, but we'll see. We are currently level 7, so we're not looking too shabby here. We will have to start dropping these berries and stuff here in a bit, because if we are going to start cooking up some food, we should be looking pretty good in that department. Okay, no. Thought that was something right there. All right. I'm not going to worry about building in the hobbit hole right now. I think we're just going to focus on getting the campfires just kind of set up out here, because I do definitely want to test out something here, and this is going to be part of the vanilla with sprinkles mod. Firstly, we're going to throw that in there. We're going to throw 40 in here, and we'll split this. 42, put that. Autocraft is on. There we go. Perfect. Okay. I want to test something out real quick. What I want to test out is I want to grab some wood. We've used this system from the Vanilla with Sprinkles mod in the past, but they have just added something, and I want to test it out. I want to see how this works. So we, of course, have the pulling system, which basically takes items and pulls it into our inventory, but we do also have something new, which is a push system. Now, the way that this works is we're going to come up to here. If you guys remember, I feel like I talked about this a while ago, like what these numbers and stuff are for. Yeah. Long story short, push system, here's how it works. We pick the item that we want to push. In this case, I want to push wood. How much wood do I want to push? I'm going to put a maximum of 100,000, because who the heck cares? We basically just want to push all the wood, right? We can go to sources now and put self. Self is going to be that these items, or wood in this case, is going to be taken from us, and our destination, we're too far out. Okay, let's quickly fix that then. I'll also go over something that I've actually realized too. There is a bit of a bug with this mod, or at least this portion of the mod right now, which we'll talk over here. Where is our... Okay, so our hobbit hole is right here. Okay, so let's try this again. Push. Wood. The max amount is 100,000. Sources, where we want it taken from, which is going to be ourself. and destinations. Huh. Why is it not allowing it? The campfire should pop up here, but maybe because they're already being used, the campfires aren't popping up? Huh. That's interesting. Okay. Maybe something I'm going to have to look into, because I could have sworn that was going to work, but I don't know. It's brand new. Maybe it... Oh, God, I almost burned myself. Maybe it doesn't work. That's okay. Let's pop this in here. By the way, like I said, we're going to go ahead and get rid of all these. We don't need these berries. I don't even think we need the stem berries anymore, but I guess I'll hold on to them. But these guys are just going to kind of weigh us down, so let's kind of throw them to the side. But basically how this is supposed to work is I basically go ahead, pick an item, and I can just push it over to the campfires as an example anytime I want, as long as I'm within the range of the item. So it's going to be kind of cool. I'm hoping it works for metal specifically. We'll have to see what happens. I know in a couple of syntax videos, he has talked about it in his Valguero Ascended series. So, and it's worked for him. So it's just a matter of getting it to work here on console. And maybe that's the issue, the fact that we are here on console. But one thing I did want to talk about that I did just notice bug-wise with it, so just to give you guys a heads up, let's go ahead and put this down first. And we'll kind of just place you right here so we can put some stuff in. When you are in the push function, when you do get out of the push function, it will not actually... Oh, I did that wrong. Let's try it again. When you are in the push function, if you do go ahead and either press the X or done or whatever, for some reason, it will not let you out of the screen. If I press B, I'm pressing B right now to back out of the screen. It's not working. It's not letting me do so. So the way you actually have to do it is, if you do access the push screen, you're going to have to press B from this screen, and that will get rid of the other screen in the background. You guys just saw it went away, and then you can press X, and you are good to go. So hopefully that is something that does get fixed. Long story short, I guess we'll have to see, right? All right, so we are currently at level 7. We are unfortunately losing our prime meat and everything, which is completely fine. Next thing I kind of want to work on is not the spyglass. I would love to get the spyglass, honestly, this early, but we don't have any crystal around here, so it is what it is. No big deal. I think at this point, it's just a matter of maybe trying to get our next level so we can make bolas. Then once we make bolas, we can start taking out these creatures, 2 levels actually, until bolas. So maybe making a mortar and pestle, maybe making a bed, maybe making a foundation would probably be in our best interest. So maybe we can do that now. Gonna need wood. Okay, actually gonna need wood, fiber, and thatch. So you know what? Let's go ahead and start grabbing some resources. And to be honest, as we're kind of grabbing this stuff, we probably will get another level or 2, which is kind of crazy. So let's go around and start grabbing this stuff here. Going to try to grab as much fiber as possible, too, because fiber, especially in early game, gonna need a lot of it. That's why Mo shops, honestly, are really, really good starter tames. And unfortunately, we don't have any of them in this area. If you do spawn in the White Cliffs area, which I guess isn't necessarily the White Cliffs anymore, because they're kind of just normal cliffs now. It kind of stinks, if I'm going to be honest. We'll definitely head over there in the next few episodes, check that area out. But yeah, they've kind of not done it justice here on ASA, which is very, very interesting. I know a lot of people, including myself, aren't really too thrilled with the design change, if I'm going to be honest. But again, it is what it is. Kind of just going to have to roll with the punches. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is something that they're still working on, that they just didn't get finished in time, or maybe it's just a creative choice that they decided on their end. I don't know. But we got ourselves another level, and you guys guessed it, put it into weight. Yeah, we're going to be going at weight for a little while, guys. But yeah, I think what we'll do is once we are able to get over to the obelisk to get our stuff, like I said, I did put a couple of tames in there. We're not going to do what I tried to do with the last character, like make a fun game and everything out of it. We're literally just going to claim the creature and call it a day. We're not messing around at this point. We got these trees here. I feel like these trees will get us a lot of wood. So I don't necessarily know. Oh, okay. No, it's just going to be a normal tree. But anyways, let's see if we can get a few things done here. So, yes, we can make that. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to look at is the mortar and pestle. We need a lot of stone. Okay. The good news is we do have a lot of hide already. So if we do actually get ourselves to level 16, we should have just enough hide in order to make the boat, which would be really nice. 41, 45, we're almost there. I think while we're at it too, I'm going to see if I can repair this. I can't. Okay, and it's because we need thatch. Okay, we'll figure that out eventually. No big deal. I think we're good. I think I can make a mortar and pestle. I can. Perfect. Okay. And I also want to make a spear so we can get back up to 10. And you know what? This is actually a really good time. Let's take a look at this and see what the heck we need to do. So we have the Stone Age, which is harvest 1,000 stone, craft 100 stone arrows, and craft 25 thatch structures. That might be the direction that we go in. We also have Baby Whisperer, which is claim 3 baby wild creatures, harvest 2,500 berries, and harvest 250 raw meat. The 250 raw meat's not bad. 2,500 berries is a little crazy. Beginning Tamer, 25 trank arrows. Can't do that until level 21. So no, I think we are going to stick with the Stone Age. Now, unfortunately, here on console, clicking this doesn't work. So we're just going to have to try to see how much stone we're able to get. We are going to go ahead and put that into, you guessed it, wait again, and let's see what we've unlocked here. We have officially unlocked bolas. Okay. Awesome. Oh, and we actually have the boomerang too. Interesting. So, oh, and we unlocked the parasaur saddle. You know what, guys? If we find a really good parasaur around here, and we do find some sand. I don't know if you can find sand in this region, though. I think sand is over in the White Cliffs. We'll have to see. Okay, you know what? Let's go back up real quick. Let's see if we can kind of put the stuff down. And like I said, we'll kind of organize things outside of the Hobbit hole for right now. Eventually, we'll kind of work ourselves in, but I'm not really too concerned right now because it's day one. It's also pretty safe over here. Again, the only issue we've had is that Carno, but again, not too bad. I think we'll kind of line this up the best we can, which will be kind of like there. Drop it all the way down, and there we go. I think we're looking pretty good. So we're going to put this down. Right there. We're also going to put this down. Let's go into first person just to make life a little easier for us. And I think I am going to move this bed a little bit. I like the snapping points and stuff, but sometimes it's just a little too much. I think we'll go with the bed kind of here. Yeah, I think that just looks a little nicer. Is that kind of sticking in the... Nope, I think we're okay there. Perfect. And then what we can actually do is, you know what? Going to move a couple more things around here, actually. We're going to do this. We're going to pick you up. I know this isn't really necessary and everything, guys, but I do want to make this look a little bit nicer, right? Got a Pteranodon pushing us around. I think we'll go ahead and put the storage right here. And we'll go ahead and put the mortar and pestle kind of under the bed. Does that make the most sense? Or maybe right here? Yeah, let's just put it kind of like right here. Perfect. Okay, so storage. Let's go ahead and get rid of you. You. We will keep you. We will keep you. We'll get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. You can come out of there. You can come out of there. You guys will just go in there. I don't think I need you at the moment. And I think for putting stuff in here, probably going to do keratin, stone, and flint. And can I make anything at the moment? I can make spark powder, and I can make narcotic. Okay. And I just picked all that stuff back up. Oops. All right. No big deal. We'll get rid of that here in a minute. Let's make a little narcotic because, yeah, this is definitely going to get us... Granted, it's only 7, but you know what? 7 will get us pretty close to the next level. Let's go over here and throw out this stuff just so this doesn't get in the way again. There we go. We also should finally have some food in here. 31, not too shabby. Another 31, not too shabby. Throw you in there for a little more. Throw you in there for a little more. You go in there. You come down to here. And you'll stay on us. And I think we're good. Perfect, okay. And then, yeah, look at that. 7 narcotic already. Okay, not a lot, but at the same time, hey, it's a start, you know. You know what? I am going to take the stone and the flint with us, though. I'm going to take the flint at least. Yeah, let's take the flint at least in case we need to repair a couple things. I guess we'll kind of leave you there. What do we need for bolas now? Bolas, I think what we're going to do is there's a way to track it. So there we go. Yeah. And what's nice is once we get the amount of stuff needed, it should tell me here how many I can make. And we're shooting for 10. Which means we're going to need about 100 thatch. So let's start with that. That's probably going to be probably the hardest to do just because of the quantity. So let's head over here. Let's also pop into third person. You guys will see this a lot. I'll jump between first and third person. First person typically is for combat. Third person will be for traveling and kind of everything else. Let's see if we can... All right, that gets us to 70. Not too bad. That gets us to 100. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to need the stone. Going to need a total of 30 stone. And there we go. Yeah, it says 2. Now it says 4. All right. So we're good there. Now it's because of fiber. Okay. Yeah, fiber's always going to be the culprit. We're going to need 150 total fiber. Now... we could very well jump into the water here and see if... Yeah, you know what? We probably can. Let's do that here in a sec. Oh, we're already at 111. And you know what? We are looking for narco berries too, so it probably is the best case to just keep going this way. All right, 149, 161. We'll just grab a little bit more fiber here. That's fine. All right, there we go. Cool. So now I can get rid of this. I wish there was a way from here that I can just click this and it would craft all 10, but it is what it is. No big deal. Here, I should be able to craft all 10. Awesome. Once the first one is made, we'll throw that in the 4th slot, and we'll go ahead and put that level into weight. And again, we'll get rid of you guys. We'll drop you down here. Can I repair you? I can. Let's repair these guys. Get rid of a few more berries here. Only got 8 narco berries out of all that. Okay. Not really a lot, but it is what it is. Yeah, this is why you need an early game creature, honestly. If we can find ourselves like a really good Parasaur over here, maybe that'll be our first tame. But again, too, I don't really want to worry about that in this episode because I don't think we can get the boomerang over here. If we get the boomerang, we're all good. But I think if we can get to level 16, we can get ourselves the raft, which will allow us to kind of travel over to the White Cliffs and all that, where we'll be able to find a little bit of crystal. Hopefully we'll be able to get ourselves some sand. We'll be looking really, really good. So right now it's pretty much all about grinding, if I'm going to be honest. We are at level 10 here. Next thing we should be looking towards is the bow and the arrow. Not too much, actually. We're going to need to get a little bit... Gonna have to run back down this way. Probably should have hung down this way, but it is what it is. Gonna need a lot of fiber, actually, here, because in order to make arrows, I think it's what, like 2 fiber, 2 thatch, and 1 flint, I think? Something like that. But yeah, seeing the baby creatures and stuff in the game is just absolutely awesome. And it's certainly one of those things a lot of us have been talking about for a while, especially when you saw the Island trailer, seeing the Argentavis babies. We were like, oh, where are these flyer babies that you've been requesting and promising and all that for a very long time? And well, we finally got it. And it's really, really cool seeing these guys around here. You know, it was cool seeing the land dinos, but now that we see like these like flyers and everything, so cool. Is that a parasaur? Yes, that is. It's a parasaur running from something though, so definitely got to keep that in mind. Look at that tree over there. Oh, that's so cool. They definitely went a little crazy with the purple, if I'm gonna be honest, especially during the first impressions. I definitely talked about that a few times, but I kind of like seeing it from here. But there are certainly a couple of spots where they definitely went a little purple crazy, if I'm going to be honest. But it looks nice, but at the same time, it's just a little overbearing in certain situations. You know what? I'm actually going ahead and getting all this wood when I need to get thatch. Oh, man. So wait, did we have a tree and a tree here? Oh, I think we did. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Gonna make 2 of these if we can, and then we're gonna go ahead and make a total of 10 arrows. I like to have 2 bows straight at the start here, because if the first bow breaks, instead of going ahead and repairing the bow, it'll be a little bit quicker for us to switch over to the second bow, and that could be the difference between life and death. So I do like to do that here at the start. Oh god, that Carno's coming up on us. Oh, we're dead. We're dead. Phiomia, get around the Phiomia, because it'll go for the Phiomia first. Okay, yeah, that Carno is... Okay. Yeah, gonna have to deal with Carnos here. So yeah, definitely getting ourselves... The raft is gonna be the priority, if I'm gonna be honest. Now, look at that fire. Oh, this looks so nice. This looks really, really nice. Okay. Got that. Got another level. I think we're just going to kind of hang out near our hobbit hole in case the Carno does come along for a little bit of a snack. We'll get rid of these. We'll make 2 more narcotics. Not like it's going to help, but it does help nevertheless. Oh, we can make a total of 3 narcotics now. Nice. Okay, there we go. All right, 3 more narcotics here. Now, we can make the Clifton's backpack, which do we have? We don't have any. Okay, so I can't actually do that right now. Gonna need a total of 100 fiber. Okay. Now, the Clifton's backpack is really cool. I've kind of talked about this a lot, but I'll bring it up again for you guys in case this is the first video you've seen from me. Clifton's backpack is a mod. It's really, really cool. What it does is it reduces the weight of materials. So like stone, flint, metal, wood, thatch, fiber, all materials are reduced in weight. Now, they do have 3 total tiers. The 3 tiers include tier 1, which is going to be, is that fiber right there? No, it's not. Ah, shoot. So we're going to have to just do normal fiber. Ew, wait, why did that say hit an appropriate thing? Okay. But no. Shoot. All right. Well, I guess that answers our question. We don't have... At least over in this area, we don't have underwater fiber anymore. That's fine. Let's eat a little bit just to kind of get that red screen off of us here. I'm a little concerned seeing that parasaur near our base, because if that Carno does come in eventually, yeah, our base is going to get ruined because of this Carno. Oh, man. I guess maybe 2... let's see. Do we have enough to make it? We do. Okay. Now, like I said, there are a total of 3 different tiers. First one is unlocked at level 10. That will give us a 20% weight reduction. The next one is unlocked at level 35, which will give us a 50% weight reduction. And then the last one is unlocked at level 70, which gives us a 65% weight reduction, I believe. But there we go. And you guys will see right away. So we're at 157 weight right now. Now that we've put this on, we have went down to 143. So it's not much, but again, it is nice just having that here in early game and everything. Certainly does help with certain trips and everything that we're going to be going on. But we do have a total of 19 more narco berries. And to be honest, I think I'm just going to keep going ahead and picking at this. Because if we can keep the narco berries going up, that's actually going to be really good. It's kind of one of those things that, like, sure, narcotics aren't really going to be something that we're going to need right at this moment, but you're kind of looking towards the future here. Same thing with metal. Any metal that you collect, especially in early game, hold on to, because once you do get to the point that you can make metal, you have such a big group of metal already ready to go. It's just nice and convenient at the end of the day, and you can literally just get straight into metal tools. And depending on how much metal you've actually already accumulated in your early game, I guess, yeah, you might actually be able to make all the metal tools straight away, which is certainly really, really convenient. But yeah, let's get back up there real quick. Let's kind of see what's going on here. Probably need to make a torch too. Actually, not a good idea to make a torch in this area because we do have the drakelings. Yeah, and I definitely don't really want to get involved with them right now. Drakelings are great, don't get me wrong, just cannot for the life of me tame them here in early game. No freaking way would we be able to pull that off. Actually, you know what? Because we're at 1.0 XP, maybe it is possible. I don't know. All right. Another thing I actually just remembered is that's going to be a total of 6. That's going to get us a level, which is awesome. We are going to head over to this section here, and we are going to rename our tribe. We're going to go ahead and name it after the channel members. Why does that look wrong? You know what? I'm going to leave it like this for now. We can always change the tribe name, I think, in the future. That looks wrong, but maybe it's spelled correctly. My worry is we do have that Carno in the area, so of course that would be the time where the Carno would end up coming in and attacking us. We're at 200 weight. We're going to keep going to at least 250, then we'll kind of figure it out from there. We are currently at level 12, so we're slowly chugging along here. Not as fast as I would have liked, if I'm going to be honest, especially being at 1.0, but it is what it is, no big deal. We did end up spawning here into Valguero right at noon, so yeah, we did lose a little bit of daylight right at the beginning of this one, but we are currently in the wood tier, which is kind of interesting. That can make things really, really quick for us if we want to. We could make a total of 39 stone arrows, and I think I'm just going to do that straight away just to give us a little bit more defense build-up. Now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go on a quick couple of killing sprees. That's just going to get us a crazy amount of XP, honestly. Killing right now, killing and building is really the name of the game. If you want to get levels quickly, those are the two things to do. So like right here, depending on what level you are, you're level 60. Perfect. That's actually exactly what I'm looking for. You will probably get us a level or get us very close to it. Very close to the next level already, just by killing that. And what's cool is, yes, we used a bola in order to get this, but with the amount of hide that we just got, we can replace that bola straight away. And that's kind of the gist. That's kind of what you're looking towards here. Now, I wouldn't go for the parasaurs because of having multiple parasaurs in the area. You know what? Screw it, actually. We can go for this one. I wouldn't normally do this. I don't think the other ones are going to aggro or anything, but this will get us the next level, which is nice. So let's see if we can pull this off. And you know what? If a second one comes in, we just bullet it and kill it too. And now what we could actually start doing too is, because we're starting to get a crazy amount of meat here, we could go ahead and start splitting this meat instead. There's two ways you can do this. If you're on console, console players will certainly know this. You just start spamming the Y button and you'll keep splitting it. Or with a brand new thing here, you can basically push down on the right stick, I believe it's called, the one that makes you crouch, and you can go ahead and actually come down here and split all, which is definitely really, really convenient too, because the amount of times, oh my gosh, console players, you know, you're spamming that Y button like crazy. But yeah, that was a nice little quality of life thing that we did end up getting here in ASA, which is certainly really nice. What level are you? 95? You know what? Screw it. We're going to go for you because you will probably get us another level 2 or get us very close to the next one. And as long as nothing bad's in the area, we should be able to kill you in time. I think it takes about 5 or 6 shots. Okay, maybe it's 7. Maybe it's 8. Maybe it's 9. It's 9. Okay. It's kind of like that thing. How many licks to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Let me know if you guys remember that one. Oh my god, that's a blast from the past. 90s kids. But anyways, did not get another level, but we should be very close to getting the next level. Okay, we're about halfway, and we are currently at level 13. Not too shabby. We'll go ahead and kind of split this, and this is the spamming of the Y button. If you guys aren't aware, you PC players don't actually have that, but there we go. Okay. So, I think at this point, guys, certainly did not get to level 16 like I hoped, but I think what we'll do is in the next episode, I think we'll start kind of lining the interior of this base, because I think we are going to start thinking about moving inside of the Hobbit hole. I think we're going to start lining it with wood, and I think with that, it won't take long, maybe 4 or 5 foundations will probably get us all the way up to level 16. Then at that point, we'll go ahead, we'll make the raft, we'll head over around the area, see if we can get a little bit of chitin, cementing paste, the whole 9. Oh no, we don't need cementing. You don't need cementing paste, right? For the spyglass? I always get it confused. Spyglass, I don't think you need cementing paste. No, you don't. You just need crystal. Cementing paste is further down when we need to make the water jar, which I think is at level 30, so we certainly have a little time for that. But I think the next episode, guys, potentially going to be going on a little bit of an adventure. Might have been a little bit of a longer one here, guys, but I am going to wrap up the episode here. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, again, huge shout out to my channel members. We have a total of 12 channel members now. Kind of crazy. If you guys are interested in that, there will be a little link. There's also a join button down below. Definitely take a look at that. Memberships start at $1.99 a month. You guys get the episodes early, and also we do have channel member only series. If you guys are interested in that, highly appreciate it if you check it on out. But guys, that is going to wrap up this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you all in the next one.